Welcome back to NautiStyles, and you're watching our affordable Liveaboard yacht series. We found this vintage beauty waiting for someone to bring her back to her glory days. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're bringing you this 1989 80s baby.
80s.
I'm an 80s baby.
Me too.
No, not an 80s baby. He had his birthday a few days ago. Not an 80s baby.
Close though.
Hatteras 1989. Stop it. Hatteras 65.
That's right. And Hatteras known for being very solidly built like a tank. Especially the older models are really, really solid. They're really heavy boats, and you feel that when you're actually walking on them.
Let's start, and we kind of give you an overview why we decided to show you this one.
Yes. So interestingly, the way this is set up, actually, I don't think we have seen this like this before.
Exactly.
Right?
This is unique. Yeah.
Oh,
Jinx.
Jinx. So we have a bolt-on swim platform with this little riser.
Okay.
All right. With this little riser there, and a couple of steps to ports, couple of steps to starboard, storage room inside the cavity, and then we have the center staircase going up to the main deck.
Yeah, come on up.
Kind of like a beach club almost.
I guess an 80s beach club.
80s beach club, okay.
Yeah, but it is unusual, and you have these doors right here, safety doors, minimal back here. There's not a lot. We do have an extension here for shade, very safe cockpit in this area. I mean, I know this is even hard to call a cockpit, but technically it is.
Yeah.
And of course, this is full beam. That's something you'll feel in the interior. This is a 65, so that's part of the reason I want to show it to you guys, just because the way this platform is set up, you don't have sidewalks.
Well, let me show the side quick here. You do have a walkway. You're not walking inside the boat, you're walking on the outside of the boat. Of course, with the grab rail, your cleats there, so you can walk out there for cleaning, for line handling, etc., but you have to hold on.
That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to, yeah, exactly.
Right.
So it is accessible, but it's not a traditional, like a safe walkways that you have.
Like the traditional side decks, like we know normally, yeah.
All right, so this is gonna go right into the interior for those of you that love it. And well, let's have the chat on the inside and the air conditioning. Ready?
Yes.
Let's show you the interior. Ta-da! Huh?
Okay.
Not
very
1989.
big. And for 65, pretty large.
Huge. It's like
Yes.
an apartment. If you're living in the marina, this is like we did for 8 years.
Yeah.
This is a really nice liveaboard platform. Like your salon, I mean your living room, your kitchen, your galley is easily the size of a, really nice like one-bedroom apartment, depending on where you live. In New
100%.
York, the size of it's huge.
Yeah, this would be the whole apartment actually.
Yeah, exactly. So the reason we chose to show you this one, the bones of this boat are great. This is a legendary brand. And there's somebody already came in and started and did a whole bunch of work to modernize this boat, but there's still work to be done.
Yes.
So it's looking for the right owner who's got the hands. I call them the golden hands, like Rico's dad has them, like he can do anything. So just looking for that person to finish the project and just get her to that glory state she could be.
But if you are that person, cool thing with this boat is you can immediately live on it.
Totally. It's totally livable. Well, you'll see. Let's walk through and you guys will see. I mean, this area is finished.
Redone.
Yeah.
For
totally
sure.
done. Look at the windows all around. I mean, the amount of light, it's really nice. I would say it's like 6, maybe almost 6'8". Look, I'm actually 6'8". So it's tall. So a tall person could do well in this space.
The main deck is so high up.
Yeah.
You actually have to go a couple of steps up, right, to go to the main deck. Is because it's an aft cabin motor yacht.
And you guys know an aft cabin is something we'll look for. Liveaboard, some brands are starting to bring it back. I think that is the best way to get this insane volume. Volume?
If there are some shipyards out there which have the creative capability to bring an aft cabin cockpit motor yacht back into the modern age, 2026, 2027, 2028, I think there's a niche in the market and it's not satisfied right now.
Why are you giving out this information for free?
Because I want to film some.
This is our market analysis. There is a gap, you guys. All right, let's do it. So, living room. Of course, loose furniture. You could tell like things were redone. There's the really nice flooring in here. There's a massive pop-up TV right here. We have a drink fridge, a wine cooler as well. There's a, look at this sink, really nice countertop right here. I mean, tons of storage. I'm not gonna
Looks
open.
like this cabinetry was replaced as well, at least.
Yeah, I think so. I think
like
it's all new. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I would consider this space all new. There is a fantastic island. I almost think that's kind of how our island's gonna look. You think?
Very close to. We have the waterfall feature here, the waterfall edge, right?
We know that's expensive. If you ever guys done a remodel in your house, you know this is like an extra whatever $5,000 feature usually to do that.
I love the look at it.
Yeah.
The look of it, and the option it gives you right away to put the bar stools there. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I don't know how the original layout was, if there was some kind of partition here potentially, or it was closed off. It's very possible.
Probably.
But at this point, it's completely open, so it's one space. There is a dinette on starboard. Easily, you could eat here with 6 people.
Yeah.
Comfortably
Put
have
some
breakfast.
chairs.
Yeah, all like look, they did build in furniture
That's
here.
all new.
Yeah, all of this is new.
You got storage underneath the bench as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay. Openable windows. Look, all of these windows are openable. And one thing I want to point out, whoever owns this boat, they have this mesh, shade mesh on the whole boat.
Everywhere.
So as we walk through, it might feel a little dark, but that's because it's everywhere. It's on right now. So if we'd open it up, it would be super bright in here.
And it protects really your entire interior.
Yeah.
And it keeps it cooler.
And so look, all of these windows we can open. So you can only imagine in a nice climate like this, winter in Florida or Mediterranean or California, we would have windows open all the time.
Totally.
The cross breeze would be insane.
Yes.
All right, the galley. We have a large U-shaped galley that's kind of go around in circle. This does look like a...
Do you think it's the original?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But if it still works, then I guess why not, right?
Well, I mean, the trash compactor is a pretty basic piece of equipment in the kitchen, right? In the galley.
If this is original, it's pretty impressive.
I know. But it's a Whirlpool, not that it's sponsored.
No.
Sound conditioned.
Ooh, fancy.
I guess it's quieter.
Yeah, so then look, we've got a brand new dishwasher. Then all of this is storage. You could tell there's all this cabinetry, everything's new. Nice window here in the galley, you can open it up. There's a big sink right here, check that out. Storage underneath. And then as we wrap around, this is storage too, look at that. We have a microwave. This must have been probably some kind of fridge or something
Maybe
before.
refrigeration,
but
yeah.
I'm just, I don't even know what's there, so we just leave that. And then this is a large fur burner cooktop.
Fur burner?
Fur burner.
I hope it's not a fur burner. Seriously.
You guys were so jet lagged.
You're gonna get in trouble.
We're so jet lagged. We just got back from Turkey, checking on our build. Stay tuned for the updates. If you cannot stay tuned for the public updates, you can go to our Patreon. There's a QR code right here and see what's happening already. You don't have to become part of Naughty Crew, but you are missing out if you're not. But you can stay here and just wait. Updates are coming. We're just getting ready to line everything up to, once we start giving you updates, they will be constantly coming. So we have to be ready in order to do that, and that's what we're working on right now. Anyway, so we're super jet lagged, so
anyways.
bear with us.
4 burner and 4 heater. For a heater?
What do you mean for a heater? Wow, this is a nice oven. Look at that.
That's a big oven.
That is like a Thanksgiving turkey size oven.
It is.
And a really nice fridge. Look at that. Fabulous. Definitely not 80s. Look at that.
The freezer, yeah.
Fantastic. With the drawer. Look at this. Very nice. That's our galley. Storage up above. Love it.
Moving forward.
All right, let's go for it. Looks like lighting was upgraded as well. Welcome to the Pilothouse.
Okay.
So this is one space that they removed the mesh that's
Just for us to see the visibility.
because it was very dark in here, which was great for, protection from the sun. But yeah, for us to be able to see it, you guys need to see the whole thing. So,
Yes.
welcome. I'm seeing
There's some upgrades
here.
for sure. There's a new VHF radio. There's new.
Wait. This looks like it's been upgraded as well.
The car seats?
I don't know if recently, but it was at some point.
Doesn't it look a little bit like some old car seats?
Some point upgraded. But yeah, like as we now moving further, you guys are gonna see stuff that we're not gonna point everything out, but you'll see what's new, still needs to be upgraded. If you see it, you know it.
Exactly. So we have storage underneath the helm here. Then accessibility. There should be a breaker panel, a large one.
Damn.
Look at that.
Wow.
That is a very large breaker panel.
Yeah.
So we got our switchovers here. We got our shore and ship selectors here. Then we have our AC distributing panel, breaker panel right there. And then I would imagine that the low voltage panels are spread out over the boat somewhere.
Well, I guess
We'll find it, maybe. Let's see. Actually, really cool. Only on old boats. I haven't seen it actually really on like new boats.
How many times are you gonna say actually in this tour?
A lot. Kind of
No.
inherited this now.
No. Go.
Okay, so we have two sets of controls for the engines. And now for anybody who was born after, I don't know, 2000 is probably going to wonder why. Because we have shift and throttle controls separately, which our old boat had. It was mechanical, not electronic.
And our boat was from 2000s.
2004. Yeah.
Still had it.
Still had it, yeah. I kind of like it to have it separately because you literally can engage your engines at idle, just, engage the engines and then apply, a little bit of throttle when you need it. Of course, with the electronic controls, it's the same thing. But if you're new to this and you maybe a little bit more nervous maneuvering in tight areas, I think this is safer.
Okay.
Because the other one, you tend maybe to overcompensate and then you give throttle and you just get yourself in shitty situations. With this, I think it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
Anyways, so shift throttle controls, searchlight. We have the autopilot here right in the center. Analog controls for the engines, of course. And then we have upgraded electronics, Garmin, chart plotters left and right. And then overhead, we still have some lighting controls. We have our VHF radio, which is upgraded as well. It's an ICOM radio. And then, decent visibility, Pilothouse view. For longer journeys, we have another helm station up on top.
Look, what is all that? That looks all original. Look at this one. What's that?
Yeah, these are some
volume.
No, these are some lighting wheelhouse lights.
Lights. Lights
okay.
here.
There we go. With the dimmers.
Nice. We'll turn it
Okay,
off.
turn them back off.
Yeah.
We don't need them because we have the sun outside.
All right. So I think what we'll do now is we'll pop out to go forward.
Shall we go up or up first or forward first? Up first.
No.
Forward
first,
Okay.
then up.
Then you go this way, I go this way.
Sure. Whatever.
So, sliding doors here to the side deck. And as you guys can see, this is where our salon gets really large because it's all the way extended, almost all the way extended. And here we have a proper side deck. We still have a side boarding gate right here, one level higher. And then let's walk forward.
This is where you see the vintage, right? Look.
Yes.
This is our vintage lines.
It is. The more cornery lines, right?
And I know a lot of you have this appreciation for classics and vintage boats, and it just like rings true. I mean, I was born in the 80s, so I don't maybe have it like that, but I know if you guys were born in 60s and even 70s, you're like, it brings back memories. So I think there's an opportunity here for sure for this boat.
Yes.
So then we have a layout area right here, which of course could have cushions. They might even have cushions. I haven't seen them yet, but I would assume. And then a little bench here that's very traditional, that's very much Hatteras. And then, why you keep making noises?
I don't know. Hit it.
And then we have two storage boxes on each side. There's a large escape hatch, probably used to be a glass hatch, maybe not. Let's check it out when we're in the interior.
Yes.
And then of course our anchor pulpit.
So we have a single anchor forward, the windlass with the capstan, And then our foot remote switches right there. And here we have an access for secondary emergency anchor if we ever need it. Fender holders. These are pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this fair leads and the stainless steel protection as well. That's nice. You see all that?
The shaving protection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Okay, so let's head back in.
Okay.
And
go this way.
check out the Flybridge.
Let's do it.
And the second helm.
Sure. Let's go up to the Flybridge. Welcome to the Flybridge.
Okay, yeah, that reminds me a little bit more of a boat from the 80s.
Look at this. I didn't realize that you have this whole other boat deck, which it wraps around, actually.
Yes.
Huh. Should I go there?
All the way
How do you get
to the
there?
spot there.
Oh, we have this, look. We have this side door here.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, you can remove this cushion.
I see.
And then this door opens and we can get behind and go all the way around. Look at that. Look how far it goes forward.
Yes.
And if you have kids or dogs, this is pretty much set up for you. They've got net almost everywhere already.
Yeah.
Aft and here, you just gotta extend it a little bit. But yeah.
But also,
cool.
this area is really safe because you can't just get there easily.
Exactly. You would have to really climb out.
A dog or a child.
Or a small child.
Then of course we have our davit up here. We have our tender crane here. So this would be the spot where the tender would sit. If the tender is not up here, you can do any loose furniture, of course.
And this is a massive view. I mean, honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 easily. You can even put a table here and do some alfresco dining. I see that there's tons of storage underneath. You see these? Looks like some kind of storage.
Huge storage boxes,
yeah,
yes.
all of that. This extends all the way up, so nice shade. And then of course you can create more shade if you put an extension,
yes.
like a sunshade. So then as we walk forward, we have this bar. I'm gonna assume it's original.
I think so too.
Looks like it.
It looks like it's molded in.
Correct. And then
yeah.
this is an extension piece for over there.
That's for the removable railing there, exactly.
And so we have 3 bar stools on this side, and we have this pretty cool bar set up. I think this chair turns, I would assume. And then we have, oh, check this out. This is upgraded. We have an ice maker here. Nice. Ice. And this here is some storage.
Yes.
All right.
And drawers.
Correct. And there is a sink, large sink here. Looks like there's even some kind of filtered water option that was here. And this is a cutting board right here.
Okay.
So you can entertain all that back there as you captain the boat. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So then, of course, this can be enclosed if you wanted to, but even without the enclosure, look, this comes up already pretty high. If only a little bit left on top, probably would leave it open.
Yeah, agreed. But I mean, even here, the electronics were upgraded. Like we said, of course, some cosmetic things need to be done, and I mean, you guys can see it. We don't do like yacht review videos. We do walkthrough videos. So we find something we find interesting, we show it to you. And if you are interested, you can call the broker, you can schedule a video thing, you can come and see it and decide for yourself if this is something that, you would like to get into. But essentially, this area here, of course, you can make this totally glorious again. But the electronics are already there.
Yes. Same like downstairs, we have the upgraded chart plotter here. We have the autopilot, throttle and shift controls, and then we have the analog gauges, same like on the main helm. We do have another multifunction display from Simrad there, and then our stabilizer panel right there. We have our bilge pumps here, and just some common alarms and indicator lights right there.
All right, I propose we go and show you the staterooms.
Let's do it.
Ready?
Yes.
Let's go down. What's this?
Breaker panels? Yes, there are more breaker panels. I knew we were going to find them. So these are low voltage breakers.
All right, walking down. This is where my disclaimer about everything being closed off from exterior comes in. You could see how it feels dark in here. But that's because, as you could tell,
oh, it's closed.
It's all the mesh is on all the windows. So just keep that in mind. I think except for the owner's suite. So that kind of gonna give you an idea what it really looks like. So we have 2 beds. It's a double cabin. Look how big this cabin is.
Yeah, it's a lot of space.
The floor space is incredible. This is our storage here, right there. Look, that's a hanging locker. Very nice. Great headroom. Again, that's over 6'8", so that's very big. And then how do we go? Do we go there first?
Yep.
Okay, I kept thinking that's...
So this is, I think, technically a crew space.
I think so too. I think this originally was crew space or an overflow cabin. It's a 65-footer. So of course, back in the 80s, usually you had crew for this size of a boat, but not anymore. Most of the people would want to operate this. So we have a bunk cabin here. Great for your grandkids, or a great storage if you're living on board. That looks like our anchor locker access, right?
That's correct.
Our chain locker, sorry, it's what I meant. Very easy to get to, and yes, as I thought.
Emergency.
An emergency escape right here. There's some drawers there underneath, and then here we have a hanging locker. Oh, all the cushions are here, actually. They do exist. That's a lot of cushions.
Yeah.
And then on our port, we do have, there must be a way to turn the light on, but I can't find it. So anyway, can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have a sink here, a countertop, a good amount. There's storage underneath. Wow, these are fancy. Look at these switches. Shower. Oh, how funny. Look at that. And then, of course, medicine cabinets right here. Check that out. And we do have I would say a 1-person shower with an openable porthole.
Nice.
So then, beep, 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 backing up. This, oh, I thought it was like a ghost. It's so, you feel that? Okay, here we go. This hat is for our cabin right there.
And the day hat.
And the day hat, exactly. Look, 1-person shower right here. Very nice amount of room here. And then very similar to the other one. We have our head. Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Great headroom as well.
Oh, it's closing automatically because it has a closing mechanism.
But when I tried to open it, I was like, is there
not used to it.
a ghost holding it?
Funny.
So then going down, and now that's what Rico was talking about. This is really tall here. We have a brand new washer and dryer. I mean, I don't know how brand, but it is new for sure. Upgraded. Great, that's already in here. I know that was probably hell to get it in here, so they already did that work for you. And then this is our like linen closet. And then, wait, oh, I see. Let's go here first. Then we have another cabin. Check this out. So this is our, it's full-size bed. Almost, I think it's a little bit bigger, almost a queen-size bed. So those portholes are openable. And actually here we don't have the mesh, so you can kind of see how it looks. And then look, you can actually walk around right here.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. We have hanging locker. This is big. You can walk into this one. Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good size. And then this cabin uses this head, which also could be a day head, essentially, because it's separate. Look, also a 1-person shower, openable portholes. They're very big, these portholes. And of course, look, amount of floor space is great.
Yeah, pretty good.
Again, you can tell where you could use some sprucing up and upgrades, but the bones are there. So now...
Are we doing this first? Or?
No, we're going to do this last. We're going to walk past this engine room area, and we walk into the owner's suite.
Oh wow, now it's bright here.
Check this out.
Ooh.
So you have...
It's like a photo studio.
Essentially, oh wait, first of all, you have a photo studio. Yes. This reminds me of like when I used to work in Hollywood, you know, the makeup stations where the makeup artists would do your makeup and stuff. Yeah, you have one of those here. But essentially, this is an office space. Yes. It's a separate, like a dedicated office. It could be really nice. You can set up a big computer here, big screens. Look at this. And then all of this is extra storage, openable portholes here. You even have like a skylight here, which is neat.
Artificial.
And then how does this work?
Like this.
Like this?
Yeah.
Look at the size of this. Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty massive. And
what's
then,
behind this door?
I don't know. Oh, that's our head. That's an ensuite. How do we turn the light on? That must be, oh, here we go. Ha! Oh, no way! It has a bathtub. Crazy.
Interesting. Is that a bubble bathtub? Yes. It's a jet. It's a jet tub.
It's original.
That's funny.
That's from the 80s, you guys. Oh, look, it even has, look at this. It even has a rail and everything. This is big, very big.
It is.
I mean, I just think like Liveaboard queen, you know, this think about living on this. This is a lot of room for a 65 footer because you will pay for a slip size of 65, but essentially
you get a lot of living space for sure.
You get a lot of boat. I mean, this owner suite keeps on going. Look at the storage on this. Look at this. Wow.
Yeah.
Goes all the way in, then you still have all this medicine cabinets. Wow.
Also
Look.
deep, huh? As deep as a shower.
Oh, it's crazy. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Now we're walking into the sleeping portion of this cabin. Look how bright it is.
Full beam.
Yeah, full beam. We have 4 openable portholes there. There are 2 more going aft, which definitely are blocked off right now.
I saw it from the outside actually. They're covered. Yes.
Exactly, covered. And then all of this is storage. Look at all of this. I mean, it's so much. There's drawers underneath this bed on this side. On this side, same thing, same layout here, all storage. You saw that large, almost a walk-in closet. That would be mine. Look, this would be Rico's. How nice is that?
I think this one is even bigger, no?
No, I think the other one is bigger.
Other one's bigger? Okay.
Yeah, this is like, I mean, there's a liveaboard. It's fantastic.
It is. So we got a TV here.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And you don't even need to leave the boat, go outside to go to your engine rooms.
That's right.
This is very interesting and it's very typical, traditional of this model.
That's right.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Well, before you get there and we do the specs and the engine room tour, as always, I'm just gonna ask you guys, can you hit the like button and write us a few comments? Check us out on the Patreon. There's a QR code, or you just can go patreon.com/NautiStyles. And if you guys are interested in our shop,
like this
For
hat,
example,
for
that
example.
hat.
I don't know which one I'm wearing today.
full displacement.
You know what?
Yeah.
I brought the T-shirt I wanted to wear and I totally forgot to put it on.
Which one? Oh, the funny one, the new
Funny one, one of the new funny ones.
Yeah.
We have a lot of new ones actually.
Yeah, you guys go check out on the shop what we've got there, and all US shipping is free on all the orders, and we even have a section of the Amazon store. Ladies, if you like what I'm wearing, often it's from Amazon because I'm actually quite a bit of a bargain shopper. I know a lot of people might not think that, but I do buy some really cute things on Amazon, and we do have that on our store. There's a tab, Amazon Finds.
Yes.
All right, enjoy the specs and the engine room tour.
Maybe I need an assistant this time.
Okay, fine.
For perspective.
Which way?
Let's start with the starboard one.
Okay.
You take this door, I take this door.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
I'll see you on the other side.
Okay, bye.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome to one of the engine rooms.
Yeah.
Yes, starboard engine room. Got a Detroit diesel sitting here right in the, well, not middle, but in the engine room. This panel can be removed for service work and maintenance. And then of course we have, you know, engine room ventilation, all the typical suspects we normally are used to seeing in the engine room. You can go over on the outside there for access as well. It's actually not bad, the
Lots
access.
of room here.
Lots of room. Got the shaft right down here, shaft seal right there.
Well,
Then-
that's kind of not the right way to go. If you come here, you can really see it.
Oh, really?
Come over here.
All right, I'll go over there. Look at those turbos.
That's what she said.
Yep, goes all the way around.
Check it out.
Oh, I see, yes. Well, that's actually very comfortable. Walking around here, we got our battery boxes right there. Exhaust system, well, again, see the engines from the other side, other perspective. Engine ventilation, we got some compressed air here. Primary fuel filters. Stabilizer, part of our stabilizer system, the reservoir here. Yep, that's it on this side. Now let's check out the port side. Got battery switches here, engine and service batteries. Got our Detroit here on the port side. Fire suppression system. We even have a sink in here. Look at this. Another breaker panel right there. Battery boxes again. And then of course we have the full engine sitting here. You know, sea strainers right there. A little workbench over there. That comes in handy for sure. With a vise and some grinder there, which is pretty cool. Engine ventilation, of course. It's not bad. Access is not bad at all.
And you might want to point this out.
I did already on the other one.
Okay,
it's the same here, so you can take this whole panel out.
Yeah, you can see it from this side.
Servicing.
This whole thing is a panel.
That's correct, and that comes out.
Yeah. Alrighty, we'll see you in the next one. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. And you know, the capability, just here that we have our AC distributor, the shaving protection.
Yeah, looks great.
Shaving protection.
What?
My voice.
Okay.
What is that?
Plane.
Helicopter.